I bring great news. Finally, we've got a week that's a lot easier than the past month has been, which led up to the crescendo of the eclipse and all sorts of cosmic skullduggery last week. This week, we have Mercury going direct and a lovely little sextile between Venus and Chiron to help heal our wounded heart. And also, we have a Sun and Neptune little loveliness, which is going to make everybody a lot more empathetic, thank goodness. Here's your weekly astrology. Hey, fabulous, witty and clever Gemini. This week is so much better for you. Now, Venus is in your sign, so you're every inch the love magnet, and you have sort of added superpowers when it comes to love this week, and also abundance, actually. But it's very important for you to, feel that love for yourself as much as your love for other people. But many people are drawn to you this week, and it's really good because Mercury is going direct. But Venus, let's start at the beginning. Venus is sextiling Chiron, the wounded healer. You're finding your place in the world, and perhaps there was a wound connected to other people. It could be anything, We are very affected by our past. So if you were a kid, for instance, and you were embarrassed at any point in front of your class or something, those things can stick with you. And then maybe you've got to do a presentation or put yourself out there, and that memory is still in your mind, or that pain or that little wound. You don't think about it, you may not even remember it, but it's still that feeling. Our feelings are memories too. So an area around groups of people, and maybe you feeling some vulnerability, wound or pain, can be healed this week. And it's especially powerful for you because Venus is in your sign. So there is a whole load of loving coming to that wound connected to collaborations, other people, and feeling part of everything, knowing your worth and your part in life, in the world, and with your friends and with groups of people. And you're very friendly. You're normally great when it comes to other people, but this is talking about something very deep, a soul wound. And anyway, there's healing there. But you might, sometimes Chiron, obviously it's the wounded healer, we might retouch our wounds to be able to move through. But the healing is definitely there because that's the whole point of this transit. Now, Mercury goes direct in your position of security and abundance. So you can lay down some commitments this week. Of course, you can still be careful about signing anything because we have Mercury in retro shadow until the 26th, I think it is. But you've got this, so you're feeling a lot stronger about what you've got to say, the worthiness of what you've got to say, the worth of what you've got to say, and you're feeling grounded enough to do it. And then, of course, we have the Sun, Trine, Neptune, which gives you confidence and empathy. You may be discussing something important connected to your career this week as well. But let's see what the tarot has to say for you this week, my darling Geminis. I always pay particular attention to yours because my wife is a Gemini. Okay, Gemini, this week, you may feel a little bit overburdened at the beginning of the week. I've got the 10 of Wands. Now, the picture of the 10 of Wands on the Rider-Waite is somebody walking along with their head bent down, carrying this big bunch of sticks, and like they can't see the wood for the trees. They're so buried in that burden that they're carrying it in the most impractical way. They're striding forward, determined to succeed, but they're not doing it in a practical way. So what this says is you have got lots of burdens, probably 10 of them, like all of the rods in this picture. But, take them one at a time. Look at how you're carrying these burdens. There is a better way. And that's message is being doubled up here with the 8 of Wands. You're blindfolded at the moment. You're not seeing something. And actually, freedom is there. An easier way to deal with things is there. Allow yourself to stop for a minute and examine the situation. In the 8 of Swords, somebody's blindfolded and bound and they feel imprisoned. But guess what? Already the doorway is open in front of them. They just have to hop forward. And this situation may be connected to property, or perhaps you're being asked to go to a celebration and you're unsure because of the current situation in the world. So you've got to make a decision about, what you want to do, but make sure the decision is based on truly what you do want to do and not what other people want you to do. You're laying foundations at the moment. There's a lot of that grounding energy in the astrology, and you've pulled the 3 of Pentacles, which is sort of digging in and starting again in some way and building something solid. And then your last card is the Sun. Yeah, that's all about joy and happiness and freedom and just feeling You know, that the wonder of when you first see the sea, having not seen it for a long time, your first kind of dive into the ocean on a hot day, you know, being playful and rolling around laughing. That is the energy to end your week. So fingers crossed for that, my darlings. You take care. Do come and visit me on Instagram. I would love to see you. So much love to you and thanks. Bye. Hi, gorgeous. Before you go, check out my new film on my fabulous psychics. A lot of people ask me for readings. I don't do them anymore, but for over 20 years, I've had an award-winning team of psychics that I truly hand-pick. So check out the film, let me know what you think.
The purpose of a reading, I feel, is very much to inspire people and to empower people.
It's about hope. It's about guidance.
Using a phone or being with you, it will be the same because the matter is spiritual.
It's very important for me that the client feels spirit with them. So it was a psychic reading.
I don't remember the readings right after because it's not myself giving that, it's actually coming from spirit.
And it is a bit like a three-way conversation. I've got the person on the phone, I've got me, and I've got another voice that's telling me things.
I even shock myself, things that I come up with, and I think, how did I get that?
I'm channeling messages only for one purpose, to help people.
It's been able to help somebody have a map back to where they've got lost from.
My priority is to connect to your truth and have the best life that you can have.
I think in my readings people feel a sense of a safe space where they can really be themselves, let go.
You need a feeling of being understood because reading should be empowering.
I will make sure when the reading is finished that you're happy with everything.
I couldn't do anything else. It's part of who I am. It's what I came here for, obviously.
And when they come back and tell you they've got their dream job or the love of their life, that really makes me feel like I'm valued.
I love to hear a sigh of relief. A lot of weight has been lifted off their shoulders.
We have the answers that we are looking for within ourselves. I know I have the tools to help you.
Everything begins and ends with you.